As a beautiful country with vast territory, Canada is rich in natural resources with renewable water that is engulfed by the vast snow-covered mountains. Canada is also famous in the world for its food safety and ranked first in overall world ranking of food safety performance for OECD countries in 2014 and 2016. British Columbia, BC, on the Pacific coast, is the westmost province and a great wonder of Canada. The backbone of North America, Rocky Mountains Range runs stretch from the north to the south of this province. Millions of years, time brings great changes to the world and brings up the incredible scenery here. Vast snowy Rockies, sharply pointed mountains separated by wide, U-shaped by million-year glaciers. From 1881 to 1885, tens of thousands of Chinese workers pushed their way through the impenetrable mountains of British Columbia with simple tools like hammers and crowbars, and drove the last spike into the rail that marked the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in Canada. The Transcontinental Canadian Pacific Railway played an irreplaceable role in the national unity and economic growth of the country. There are several famous national parks like a serial of magnificent jewels set brilliantly in one line, Canadian Pacific Railway. Among these parks, Canadian Glacier National Park is especially famous for its uninterrupted glaciers. The water of the glacial is dated back to the Ice Age. Carrying the genes of the Sea of Stars, aging purification of underground filtering and filtration, the Lord brings up the best natural gift of this glacier spring water. Aura condensate heaven and earth, essence of the mountains and rivers. Canadian Glacier National Park is located in the old-growth forest in the Canadian Rockies and between two national parks, Banff and Mount Revelstoke. The Glacier Park is far away from industries and residents. Trees in the dense forest towering into the clouds. Animals and birds come and go. Mountains with the top covered with snow all over the year. Melting glacier slowly moves and coming down the mountains into streams. The views are really breathtaking. Selkirk Springs Mineral Water Plant is located in a pristine mountain setting approximately 4 kilometers from Canada's Glacier National Park. The Canadian Pacific Railway and the number 1 national highway is right beside the plant, allowing for rail transport. The wells and spring borehole Selkirk is using today were the water point site for the Chinese railway workers building the Canadian Pacific Railway in the 1880s. Hopefully, these waters could relieve slightly the feelings of homesickness of these railway workers.
My name is Mark Antonson, and I'm one of the owners of Selkirk Springs. Selkirk Springs is 40 miles east of Revelstoke, and in the...
Mark Antonson, the owner of the Selkirk, is a successful fisheries businessman. He started to do business with Chinese clients in the early 1980s. Being optimistic about the prospects of global water market, he decided to take over the water plant in 2016 and began to upgrade the water processing equipment. There are 23 wells on the property and 9 boreholes where we take the water from. We are sitting down here at borehole number 3. The water comes from above us and goes into these balancing tanks. These tanks stop the pressure of the water going down the hill. This building is roughly about 2,000 feet above the plant. The property consists of 9.4 acres freehold and has an 18,000 square foot warehouse on it. We will process 11,000 of 500 milliliter bottles per hour on our state-of-the-art processing equipment from Europe. The bag-in-the-box line will produce 412 boxes per hour. Speaking of the distinguishing feature of Selkirk Springs, Mark repeatedly stressed quality, quality, and quality. Right behind me you will see Jumping Creek. We call this glacier surface runoff. We use the water on the north side of the property that is free of pathogens and has no bacteria issues whatsoever with the water. We have no industrial operations whatsoever at least 400 miles either way, east, west, north, and south, with no contamination or environmental issues. The pH is roughly around 8, total dissolved solids around 225 to 254. Selkirk Springs has won numerous awards back in the 80s for the high-quality water that comes from here. We have the biggest license in the province. Our license capacity is 1.2 million liters per day. And we are planning on shipping to customers on East Coast, West Coast over Europe and Asia. The railway access is right beside our building on the property, so we can ship by railway and truck as the #1 highway is half a kilometer up the hill from our plant. Our water plant is designed and operates to the highest levels of safety and quality. Selkirk's production process has the richest high-quality control. Selkirk's water comes from a glacier underground fountain, completely eliminating problems such as pathogens, bacteria, and so on. The spring water is directly introduced into the modern sterile filling line, and the finished water is shipped to all parts of the world. From the springs to consumers, Selkirk water promises that there is no pollution loopholes at all. Selkirk mineral water is rich in calcium, bicarbonate, sulfate, and other minerals that are medically proven to be healthy. It has a pH of more than 8 and about 225 units of dissolved solids. The product tastes fresh, not salty or bitter. Extremely low sodium content, moderate alkaline and high bicarbonate content brings a soft taste and pleasant drinking experience. Selkirk Springs has been serving customers over the world with our world's purest natural glacier water since 1986. Prior to 2002, the main products were sold to large beverage enterprises such as Coca-Cola. Selkirk has won 3 awards for the best mineral water in the American kitchen for its high quality. Selkirk water was designated an official drinking water by the Los Angeles Kings National Hockey League. Selkirk Springs, the world's purest bottling water, the best natural glacier mineral water from the Canadian Rockies Mountains.